Hey, I'm Dr. Wernicke with CellGen Regenerative Medicine in Savannah, Georgia. Do you think the United States is one of the healthier countries in the world? We ought to be. We have the most doctors, the most hospitals, the most nurses, the most x-ray machines, the most MRI machines. We've got more of everything, and we spend a lot more on it per person than any other country in the world. We spend 5 times as much per person and more than all of the rest of the world combined on healthcare here in the United States. We're only 5% of the world's population, and yet we are consuming about 80 to 85% of the world's prescription medication. So with all of this use of the healthcare system, we ought to be pretty healthy from that, you would think. Yet unfortunately, the statistics just keep getting worse and worse. When I first started seeing statistics on where the United States ranked in a list of healthiest countries, from healthiest to sickest, we started off at 12th, and then we dropped to 15th, and then we dropped to 37th, and then we just seemed to stop keeping track of that. Because I guess it just was that the report card just kept getting worse and worse, and so if the report card keeps getting worse and worse, who wants to keep seeing bad news? Which country is the healthiest, by the way? Well, it depends on the year that you look, but it seemed to keep oscillating back and forth between France and Japan. So what's the difference? Why are we not one of the healthiest countries even though we have the biggest and best healthcare system? Well, it may very well be because of that healthcare system. See, our healthcare system isn't without risk. It isn't without danger. In fact, the healthcare system is rated as the 3rd leading cause of death in the United States. 3rd. So the very thing that we're trying to use so much of to help to save our lives is actually winding up costing us our lives very, very often. So one of the reasons for that is that the model is very reactionary. It's not proactive, it's not prevention, but it is instead focused on treatment after something has gone wrong. On the other hand, regenerative medicine takes a different approach. Instead of saying, here's a pill that'll just cover up this symptom, or here's a pill that will do this job for your body for a little while. Like, for example, when you take medicine for high blood pressure, is there a certain amount of those pills that once you finally take the 100th pill or the 1000th pill, that now your body finally gets back to being able to regulate its blood pressure correctly all on its own? No. These medicines are only doing that job for your body for a little while. But as soon as you stop taking the medicine, your blood pressure goes right back to where it was because you did nothing to solve the problem. On the other hand, regenerative medicine looks at what's actually really causing the problem here, and then what can we do to really resolve the problem? How can we help the body to actually change, to actually heal, and to get better? Not just to feel better, but to be better. So I encourage you to take a different look and a different approach rather than continuing to just cover up and mask and hide problems and pretend like they're not really there. Do something to reverse it. Do something to actually change the direction that the ball is moving and see if that doesn't make a big difference for you. So there's a bit of a revolution happening in healthcare. The regenerative medicine revolution is a big part of that, and I encourage you to be part of it too. If there's anything that we can do to help you, please reach out to us at CellGen Regenerative Medicine in Savannah, Georgia. Thanks for your time and attention.